Firstly, of course, I'd like to recap what the gentleman said. I'd like to thank Crossword for housing us, and it feels spectacular to walk into to a room that smells of books. It's an essence and a smell that what doesn't come across very often these days. It's something that we grew up on. It's that feeling of opening a new book that is always exhilarating for anyone. What a wonderful observation, because obviously Aishwarya has grown up on film sets and has probably seen that. And there's a chapter with the same name, Standing on an Apple Box. So rightfully, was that the inspiration for the book title?
Hello everyone, and first of all I'd like to thank Crossword, and I'd like to thank both these beautiful people for accepting to come. This is a given because I've known her from the time she was a kid. But thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
And it's so relevant with people who have parents who have been looming personalities in their lives to come and talk about this. It didn't make sense otherwise at all to me. So thank you so much. And yes, Standing on an Apple Box, the Apple Box, like you said, is like a comfort blanket. It's something where I have seen from the time I was born, then while I was growing up, and then I got married into the same industry, and then I'm working in the same industry. So it's just something that I have seen all my life. And I wanted something very intriguing as a title, and I couldn't think of anything else because I think the Apple Box has been one constant in my life all through, and is still there. Then when days are crazy on the set, and you have so many people screaming and running about, and everything's going helter-skelter, all that you need to do is to go sit on that Apple Box and feel, okay, you know what? Something has been the same. That's not changed. So I think that's the Apple Box, and I'm sure she knows the Apple Box, he knows the Apple Box, and I wanted everyone to know that something so small can be so significant in our lives.
Well, tell us, Aishwarya, that the germ of this story obviously comes from something deeply personal within you. Obviously, you've had moments in your growing years and thereafter where, of course, there's not a single day, I'm sure, that you've not been proud of your absolutely magnificent father's illustrious achievement. But there must have been down days as well, where you had to perhaps pay the price, the other side, the flip side of being a celebrity child. Sometimes where you're given perhaps too much attention, or sometimes perhaps where too much is expected of you. Where you're always burdened with the tag of being Rajnikanth's daughter. And those can be experiences that you carry through school, through college, through your formative years, and then thereafter, friends who perhaps befriend you for all the right or wrong reasons, and there are relationships that crumble because there's always the fear of, expectation in those. So I'm sure that you and your sister Saundarya have had those down days as well. Is the book a result of those down days, or is it a celebration of the up days?
I think the book is, I would say, pages of my diary. If suppose reading out of my diary, how would it be? It's as real as that. And definitely there have been many days like that. It's not just one or two. And this book, as you see that in the first page, I have dedicated it to all the celebrity kids that I know. And it's very difficult to maintain the sanity and sensibility coming from where we come from. It's a lot of things are misconstrued. There are a lot of misconceptions. There are a lot of myths about why we behave the way we do, why we talk the way we talk, why we don't make certain friends, why we make certain friends. So this talks about that what, we're also as normal as you are, and please don't think that we are abnormal. We're not. And there are a lot of things that we did exactly like how you did in childhood, and this talks about my memories of being normal. I think most of it is that.
These wonderful ladies who are with me on stage will now, I think, officially tear open this beautiful piece and a gem of a book.